Today's video is about what I use to do my job, run around in my vehicle. I've had a lot of requests asking me what do I actually take on the run. Everybody's different, everybody runs their business differently. My business model is I service good quality residential clients, and once a week for one day on a Saturday or every second Saturday, I service commercial properties using a ride-on. So I'm going to talk about my residential run today, about what I carry and what are the little things that really help make my run easy and make my round profitable. Everybody runs their round differently as far as their vehicle's concerned. There's cars and trailers and utes and trailers and trucks and trailers. Some of these trailers and setups are quite large and they've got every possible conceivable thing with ride-ons, standers and all the equipment you can possibly need. I don't need as much of that equipment for my task. I got basic stuff, but it gets me by. Vans are becoming popular in Australia for security and for weather protection as well. I know you guys in the UK use them all the time. Down here, I've never had a problem using ute. I'm fully insured. My equipment's chained down. I've lost a whippersnapper 30-something years ago, and up until recently, I lost a blower that they got into the toolbox. All fully insured, got me money straight away, and I did quite well out of it, so no worries. Now, in the cabin itself in the ute, I'm going to go my 3M earmuffs. These are very important to carry for me because they've got a Bluetooth setup so that I can listen to podcasts, or I can listen to the radio, I can listen to YouTube, I can make calls or take calls. Very good. Using the hat, which covers my face, they got little eyelets in there so that we can pop those through and wear those using our hat. So quite good to cover the face, especially for the conditions in Australia. And as I say, the 3M $100, I've had this 4 years now, never had any problems with them. I reckon it's a cheap setup. I've got a spare set, a brand new set in a box. I bought two at the time thinking that they mightn't last. Well, 4 years is not bad, and they get really a flogging. Each day wipe them out with an antiseptic stuff to get rid of all the rubbish and sweat out of it, so you have it nice and clean. Not I'm really dirty. Carry a first aid kit. I think that's important. You're going to scratch yourself, you're going to cut yourself. You need to be able to attend to that straight away. You don't want to fork up to the customer and you've got blood coming out of your face or your arms or whatever. So quite important to have that. Carrying your drinks, of course. You might have a refrigerator cooler, which I have, which cools down my drinks, and very important to take the fluids. Invoice book, which satchel. I got my pens and written invoices, and if I need to write them out, majority of them are done by electronically on the phone, so I use a program to send invoices off. But using handwritten ones, which some customers are not computer savvy, so I've got all that available to me. In the glove box, I've got all the keys, the remotes and keys. It's just jam-packed full of keys because of all the properties I service I've got access to. So that's another important factor. Keep the glove box locked, of course. All right, well, let's go outside the vehicle and we'll show you what I carry and some of the little things that really help me through the day. All right, so first off the rank is our whippersnippers or strimmers, what you want to call them. You can buy commercially manufactured racks that hold the whippersnippers and hedges, and they're actually a lockable item. It costs a fair bit, but I've just made a bit of 4x2. I've explained it, a couple of hooks, which gives it a bit of a distance away from the back of the ute, and that just sits nicely on there. Use a chain to chain them down if I'm stopping at a shopping centre or whatever, but I never had any problems with them. So it allows me to put the whippersnipper on, carry my hedger, which I use all the time. Now, another little thing, because of batteries, they are waterproof, but I doubt whether they really are. So I make sure they don't get wet. Now, you can buy commercially, $70, $80 covers. For $12, I've got these waterproof covers from Bunnings, and they just cover the complete setup there. So the engine, the motor and the switching is completely covered and it's completely waterproof. I'll give you the tip though, if you do have them, tie them down, because when you going from job to job, you forget about putting them on and just leaving the ute. I've lost so many of these, so I've got to string them down so they don't fly out of the back of the ute, because the wind tunnel out of these utes is phenomenal. So. And also we carry, we carry different items in the back of the ute, like the edger, which is attached to my multi-tool. I carry a backup petrol whippersnapper because and it's never happened, but if the whippersnapper decides the batteries, that's it, I've gone through them all, I've got the petrol one to fall back on. And of course, Murphy's Law will always say that you'll have a breakdown, so you always carry 2 whippersnappers. I think that's really important. Other little tools that we'll use, we've got picks and shovels that we'll place in the back of the thing. My little seat, I don't know whether you've seen these before. You can kneel on them. You can sit on them. Fantastic to have. They really make it easy when you do those, when you've got to fix with tick systems or weeding or whatever. Important thing too is to carry a fire extinguisher. I think that's important. I've got a couple on the ute and I've got one on my ride-on. You never know when you're going to use it. The other thing is the trimmer line. You can buy commercial ones that are quite good, quite expensive. I've just used a simple hook, screwed into the wood here, and when I want a bit of cord, I just pull that out, and then I'll just cut it. Just cut the lengths that I need. So always carry a lot in your pocket. I'll explain in another video. It's very important. One of the greatest tools, I reckon, is the rattle gun, cordless rattle gun. Now, with your mowers, you might want to take another carrier blade. You want to take the carrier blade off, so zip, it's off. You can sharpen your blades, you can change your blades, you might have a setup where you mulch, so you've got low blades, and you want to start catching again, you might want to use high lift blades. So you can change your carrier plates over if you want to do it that way. If you have a flat tyre, bang, it's so much easier. These things are a godsend. I love them. They just make so much life so much easier. Look, there's probably 1,000 of other bits and pieces of tools I've got here. I've got some weed pullers, as you'll see here, pulls the weeds out of the lawns. Look, there's picks. I'm also carrying other things like spades, my spades and rakes, shovels, brooms. I can slide them all down the side here. Probably what I should do is have underneath here you'll see a space I can have a drawer and put a toolbox drawer and put all my tools in there. But I reckon that's probably down the track a bit. I'm not probably going to worry about it. If I was starting out and I was young and long time ahead of me, I probably would think about it. But that's the way it is. Okay. Now the ute's quite versatile. It's got plenty of room. Milk crate boxes, good to carry your chaff bags to put your grass in. What I do with the grass, mainly I use the residential, usually rubbish bins, but if you have to carry a few bags, I've got plenty of room along here to put the bags in. I load them. I don't have the mowers close to the edge. I have the mowers over to the side there so that I can just lug the bags in here if I need to. Surprising how much you can carry in the back of the ute. I always carry 2 mowers. I've got a nice lightweight one, a 30 kilo one, that really nice little Victor, fantastic to use. And then of course my heavy Massport mower. It's 50 something kilos. It's really heavy, but it's a fantastic machine. I will get a battery one put in here. That'll replace this one when I get it. But whilst they're going at the moment, and Tool Husqvarna, which is the products I use, come up with a commercial mower, I'll wait until that happens, and I believe that's going to happen later on in the year. Of course, we're going to carry ramps because that's too heavy to out of the back of the vehicle. So nice, sturdy ramps, very important. Now, the other essential items that I carry, of course, my sprayers. Backpack sprayer for our larger areas. Now, I did have a battery operated one, but I kept forgetting to charge the battery up. So I've got a hand pump one, so it just pumps and goes for a while. A smaller one, of course, just for the little residential. I have got battery one here for the fertilisers. When I'm spraying fertilisers on lawns or spraying products to clean the weeds out of the lawns, I'll use a battery one because I can use that as a constant pressure, and with the fan, wide fan on the wand, it makes it really easy. So you carry those. Cones, safety cones that we carry. It's really handy to have. If you're outside on working on the roadside, it's good just to have those around your vehicle because it alerts to people that you've got works in progress. Now this is the money maker. It's the Atom Edger, and I've always said in previous videos, doing a good job is having nice cut edges. Now I just made a couple of L-shaped brackets there, bolted into the bottom of the ute, put on a hook, you'll see here, and the hook, so that just slots down in there, no worries, and I can chain that down. Always carry a little bottle here for weedicide. You know, you got those little tiny weedies areas around plants and that, and it's just a nice little one to use if you wanted to do that. So that's the money maker, and of course the sprays that you really got to carry on you. What's in the toolbox? Well, it's the heart of it's the nerve centre. It's Houston for me. It's got all those little knickknacks that really make the job easy. We'll go through them. Auger. Now, this is fantastic for drilling holes for your little plants. So not only do you can dig your hole, you can actually work around the hole and the sides and loosen up so the plant gets a chance to get through that wall. I see a lot of guys that'll plant out plants. They'll dig a hole, and really it's a water well, especially if it's a clay area. With this, you can actually break the area around it, add in some compost, and make that a lot better chance for the plant to get going. So auger, use a drill, get a good quality drill because they do drain the batteries pretty quick. But you can put in hundreds and hundreds of plants in that in no time. Very easy to use. Secondly, the Dremel, a little drill. This drill, you'll see here, little stone on it. Good for the hedger, for the blades of the hedger. Also, you can put an attachment on it to change your chainsaw, do the chainsaw blades, and also your mower blades as well. Cordless makes it easy, especially if you're out in the field and your blades are getting a little bit blunt on your hedger. You can just touch those up. So really handy to have the Dremel. I've got the electric ones as well. When I get home, I'll probably use that, but this is really handy to use. So a Dremel drill. Now, another little thing is the compressor. We've got a compressor which helps us pump up tyres, also blowing out air filters and whatever. So little battery cordless one, find that really, really handy to use. Now we've got a top handle chainsaw. This thing is a really beast, really fantastic use, quite light limb. Put the battery in, and away we go. It is so good. I'll give you a tip about battery chainsaws. They are quiet. Respect them because they're quiet. You think, oh, they can't do any damage. They're just as powerful than a petrol one. So really, really good to use. With chainsaws, and you're digging out stumps, as soon as you put the chainsaw to dig out, to cut the root, which we've all done, the chain goes blunt straight away. Have a look at a reciprocating saw. This thing here, you can dig that into the dirt, and it's not even going to worry about doing damage to the blade. And it'll cut all the roots around it, and you can lift that stump out easily. So reciprocating saw, another little bonus thing that I like to carry on me. After hedging all day, your blades come up gummed up, and you'll carry a variety of WD-40 products. Citrus, one that actually dissolves all the gum on your blades of your hedger. Now, once you've applied that, I've just got a cordless little brush, and I can clean the blade so easy. And in between jobs, so I'm not carrying junk and gum from one plant to another plant. My blades are nice and clean before I get to the next job. I'm not carrying any disease because I've disinfected it, and I think that's important. The same with secateurs when you're pruning, disinfecting between premises so that you're not carrying any diseases. Felco's number 2, secateurs, my favourite. Really, really handy to have. Fantastic machine. Yeah, can't do about these. These fade over the time. I wish when they have these things that are really bright fluorescent, because half the time I'm looking for the things, I'll put them down and I can't spot them. On my previous pair, I had a really bright fluorescent and I could see them from ages. So I wish the supplier would do that. I reckon it'd make a big difference. For long, I won't put my finger in there because that'll cut it off. Just a little battery. It's just a little cheap little thing, and it just cuts branches. Saves you doing that all day. It is slow, but you know it does save you pain after the end of the day for sure. So there's the old toolbox, all the rubbish. I just got some little baskets made up so I can put all my equipment in. Like I carry my oils, my fertilisers, my bow and arrow, which is a really good product to use, by the way, for getting the weeds out of your lawns. So it's a bit messy, but yeah, we've got everything all set up there. And toolbox, one thing I do recommend is that you carry tools that carry for every nut and bolt on your mowers or your equipment. So if something needs tightening, something that might need taking off, it just needs, to have that sort of already set to go. A tool, a screwdriver for every bolt and nut on all your machinery. Well, there you have it. That's my little setup, just using a ute. Nothing flash, pretty basic, nothing too expensive. I think a twin cab ute has a smaller trailer. That's why I've got a single cab. But I haven't got kids and I don't need to have it as a second car. It's just purely a work ute, purely a single cab. It's only me that's working on the premises or working in the business, and that gives me a longer tray, and therefore it makes it easier for me to get around town. As I say, everybody does it differently. This particular setup suits me down to the ground, and as you see, my equipment's pretty basic, but gee, it does me pretty well, and I hope it might give you some ideas on some aspects. Look, there's always new products out there. As I said, I'm waiting for the Husqvarna battery mower. If you're out there, Husqvarna, I wouldn't mind trying one, please. Not quite ready yet. It's later in the year, I believe. Alright, if this is your first time for watching, please subscribe and please like and share, and looking forward to the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks viewers, bye.